Saturday, Britt over here with In Arms Coaching, doing my 30 videos in 30 days to connect with you, to share bits and pieces of growing a successful business and life that you love, and to just kind of process some of the pieces of what's going on and how to create a life full of things that you love with you. I wanted to take you, so today, this morning I thought of this topic because our house is chaos. My husband is demoing the entire kitchen with a very good friend of ours and getting ready to redo it. And the house just feels like chaos, and it makes me extremely anxious to not have the kitchen in working order or any order. So I'm up here, and you're probably going to hear banging, and you're probably going to hear dogs barking because the dogs are also extremely anxious about the process, and not used to having people in the house, which is funny. But it made me think about what I do to center myself every morning, ideally every morning. And I've talked about this a couple of times in the past. My alchemical journaling process, which I got from Carolyn Elliott of Which, and the general grounding practice that I do in the morning. And I've talked about this mostly through the 30 videos in 30 days in terms of coming back to it, because I periodically completely lapse in my morning practice. I totally, like a morning will come where I'm too busy, or I just get stuck sometimes in ruts of not doing what I know is best for me. And I heard a lot of feedback from you guys that happens to you too. So that's a thing that we need to talk about, what to do when, you're not doing the things that you know you should be doing. But my morning grounding practice is really important to me. And when I do it, I consistently notice that I feel better and things are going better. I notice that I'm getting better results. I notice that when I'm consistently doing my morning practice, what tends to happen is that I feel like I'm able to more be responsive in my day versus being reactive. Thanks for watching, guys. Sound in the comments. Tell me who's here and how you are this morning. But generally, when I'm doing my morning grounding practice, I notice that I'm able to go through my day being responsive, which means being conscious about what I want to give my energy to and how I want to react, if at all, versus being reactive, which is really like just like, being at the beck and call of the energy around me. That's kind of how I define being reactive. Like, just letting my emotions decide my actions versus letting myself feel my emotions and then letting my brain decide my actions separately. That's a really big difference that I notice when I do stop to make time to ground myself. And generally my morning practice can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes depending on what I'm putting into it. But oh my god, it's so loud downstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's like making me crazy thinking about what's happening down there. But I'll lead you through some of the pieces that I do, and you'll get a little bit of a tour around my bedroom, which is, although it's really messy right now because we've been just demolishing things in the house, this is like my sacred space. This is my, if I were if I were a cell phone, this would be my charger stand, this room. So again, it's a disaster, but I'm gonna lead you through it. I took you on a tour of my bathroom actually really early in this video series, but let's do this. So the first part of, let me turn my camera around. The first part of my morning practice is really right here. So this is my journal, my alchemical journal. And in it, what I generally do is I note the date, I note any dreams that I had. I also note, like you can see here, I note the sun and moon signs. And then I pick a card for the day and I say a little bit about it. And then I pick my aim, my focus for the day. And then sometimes I'll do something in here, like I'll do Carolyn Elliott's existential kink practice, or sometimes I'll do some hypersigiling work where I write down an outcome that I want in a way where I can really, I love writing with glitter pens, as you can see. Hypersigiling is where you write something as if it's already happened, something that you want, and you really take yourself through how you feel. So when I choose a deck, I choose from my Thoth deck because that's the deck that we're learning about for the Wealth Course for Carolyn Elliott. And then these are my two. So this is Crowley's Thoth Tarot, which is very dense and very dense. And then this is the Cliff Notes to Crowley's tarot, which is where I get that from. So those are the pieces of the alchemical journaling. And then I make sure the night before I go to bed to make my bedside table sort of set up in a way that makes me happy when I wake up. So I have some of the elements of things that really make me happy: a citrus coconut hand lotion, this amazing pure light, love, and protection spray. Check this company out. Amanda is amazing. I have my little dish of crystals, and then this little guy. I really love this little guy. Have I introduced you? My boo Jen Moore gave her to me a long time ago, and I really love her. I'm not really sure where she came from, but she sits next to my bed. And then this is like this beautiful smudge wand that I haven't used yet. And then a bowl of salt. So I have bowls of sea salt all around the bedroom. They absorb negative energy, and then I periodically change them. And it's got a few pieces of rosemary in it, a Valentine's Day card from my daughter, flowers from my husband, coffee, and then here these are the two pendulums that I use. This one was made to me by one of my dear friends and team member, Amanda Lopes. And then this one was given to me by a friend, but I keep pendulums close to my bed because it's really hard for me sometimes to make decisions. So I like to have my intuitive tools right close to me, and then the crystals kind of keep them charged. Stop doing that, please. Then I'll take you over here. Then generally I will light a stick of incense. This is gone already, but I'll light a stick of incense for my ancestors and my loved ones who have passed. This is kind of my ancestor wall. You'll see I just took down the ancestor altar, but I have to redo it again. And I'll usually have like an offering here, like some whiskey, some chocolate, but I'll do that. And then every once in a while, I can come over here to my really messy altar. This is my altar, and I'll generally I'll light offerings to Jupiter here, who is the planetary deity that I'm working with, and it's surrounded by my bones and my skulls and things that are really special to me. So, and then of course, this is the view out the window, which I really love. And somewhere, usually right here, looking at the pond and facing east, which is this way, I will do. Let me turn this back around now. Okay. Usually facing east, usually facing out that window because I love the view of the pond. I'll do my protective and boundary setting and grounding exercise, which right now is the lesser banishing ritual of the Pentacle, LBRP, which is really just it's a magical exercise to create a protective boundary around yourself and call in the archangels to protect and guide you through the day. And also like a really powerful grounding meditation, and that usually takes me like all of 3 minutes. So those are kind of all of the pieces. Ideally, I really want to work in a meditation to that, but what I've noticed about myself is that even though I want to be meditating in the morning, or I feel like I should be meditating in the morning, generally in the morning, I really want to get up and go. It's the most energy that I have all day. So I try to make my practices in the morning a little bit shorter and then leave the afternoon or the evening when I'm really tired and I don't want to do anything anyway, for things like meditation. So these, while obviously this is a spiritual practice, this is really a deep part of my making sure that I am grounded and centered for the day, which allows me to be present for my clients. It allows me to make aligned and responsive decisions. in my business. It helps me to make aligned and responsive decisions in my rescue and in my personal life. And I just really do notice, even though oftentimes I just want to get up and like run downstairs and get my coffee in the morning, I really do realize a huge difference in how my day feels when I do this. My days are always really, really packed, and they feel really, really packed when I don't do this exercise. And when I do this exercise, the days are the same, but they feel different. They feel like they flow. I'm really connected to the fact that everything that I'm doing is something that I love and that I really care about. So it feels like joyful and expansive versus like, oh, now I got to go here. Now I got to go here. So that's a little bit about my morning practice. Crystal, I can't micromanage. I had to walk away. I had to absolutely walk away. And this is like one of those things. The kitchen demo is like one of the things that's not at all on my plate, which is awesome. I have to figure out how to make food happen over the next week, but that's pretty much all of it that's on my plate. So it's better just to walk away. So that's a little bit about my morning practice and my super, super sweet inner sanctum. I'll just show you one more thing that I really love. My husband got me these lights a couple of years ago when we moved in, and I really love them. We're going to add one more like here, but we have no lamps in this room and no overhead lights really. It's the only lights are those, and then you can see there are Christmas tree lights all around the room. That side is lit up with them. This side is lit up with them. This is lit up with them. And then we have these lights don't work, these green ones. And then we have those. And lighting is very important to me. So this whole room was really designed to be like this beautiful wood and twinkly light filled refuge, sanctuary for me. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go avoid the kitchen, get ready for a massage, and go pick up Pity Posse Pet Pantry donations and figure out what the hell to get for dinner. It might be takeout, you guys. I think it might be Mexican street tacos tonight. I think that's what's going to happen for dinner. But I'm really grateful, as always, that you joined, and please share this with other women if it resonated for you, or tag other women so they can catch the replay. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow.